Yeah, so I'm ready to go. I got a company for it, but somebody might already have it.
Yeah, I did a little research, so I know everybody's gonna have their own little picks out of the
Yeah.
sectors. Right now, I kind of
Mm-hmm.
only dialed in like two that I really
Mm-hmm.
want to get into, but there's some other options out there. So I'm open to everybody's options, so I can research and see which ones I want to jump in. Uh,
Right.
but the
Right.
little
Well, I
Google
need to
Doc I just
diversify.
presented here, the little Google Doc I
Okay.
just presented here,
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be like the favorite. So if anybody didn't
Okay.
have any picks, these are some possibilities you can research.
Oh, you talking about it? I had a student whose uncle is one of the vice presidents of Exxon. So he was trying to get me into Exxon long ago. I don't know. Exxon is okay. I did research on Shell. Shell is fine. Shell is a European company, but I don't know. I'm not that impressed with them. I don't know, but that could change. I'm like I said, when you're ready to pull the ideas up there, I'll shoot my idea up
Yeah, I was in Exxon a long time ago when it was at 99. After it ran
there.
over
Hmm.
120, I
Hmm.
sold and I didn't jump back in unless it goes back
Hmm.
down to like 99.
Right. I mean, it's just like because I'm not gonna say that gasoline is just gonna go away, but it's so cyclical. It depends on who's in office, that kind of thing. And I'm just like, nah. I'm looking for something that's a little bit more that's gonna hang around regardless of who's in office, and that's gonna thrive regardless. So,
Now, as far as the energy sector, one that's not on here that I was looking at because I did some
hmm
other research on it is going to be
hmm
VLO. If anybody wants to write that one down, and
well, what's
I actually had
VLO?
Lucy run a chart on that.
Okay, and what's VLO?
It's Valero,
Okay,
uh, oil and
yeah,
gas.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got a couple stations down here. Well, I know we have more in Bama than we do in Florida. Florida, we have a wide variety of different things, but I've seen a number of Valeros. Me personally, I've been looking at CEG, Constellation Energy. Um, and it's because, well, one, they just signed that 20-year contract with Microsoft to power all of its data centers, AI data centers. But two, Trap mentioned them long before they signed that contract with Microsoft. And I was like, okay, let me look in this company. And it just seemed so promising because it's set to power those data centers with nuclear energy. And of course, my background is chemistry. So I knew that that was a pretty sustainable version of energy without a lot of waste. And, a lot of that environmental, they're trying to go in that direction because I think Elon Musk is having a problem in Memphis because, that's kind of where I'm from. And he's having a problem in Memphis because that big supercomputer that he is bringing there, just even the test runs shut down the electrical grid.
Hmm.
It's too much energy for that supercomputer. And so he's going to have to come up with an alternative. Otherwise, you're going to have the people in Memphis complaining, and you don't want that. Memphis is an ideal place because it's not super, super expensive, in terms of the land and whatnot. And I think Elon can have something very thriving. But he's going to have something to power it. And Constellation Energy has been constantly coming up in terms of an alternative form of energy to power these AI data centers because, this AI thing is really not a bubble. It is an industrial revolution. It is another revolution. And of course, I don't know if I told you, Fabian, I did research with my husband in AI about 3 or 4 years ago, and we're seeing the possibility. And of course, we were doing the research in cancer using AI to detect colon cancer prior to it being found by doctors or by the normal means, but kind of researching people who are potential cases to stop it early before it gets too bad. And so we saw the capabilities of AI then, and we were like, okay, if all of these Indians and Asians are dedicating their time to all this research, something has to be up there. But the media has this way of shading things and making people afraid of AI. And of course, people be afraid of what they don't understand. So, but yeah, so I said I'll let you say this: Constellation Energy is definitely one to look at, and I should have got in it like about $30 a share ago, if I could say that. But my crazy butt read an article somebody put out, and it's talking about, oh, well, Constellation has, a negative read cash flow, this, that, and the third. And, reading this book now, talking about you have to ignore the noise, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking to myself, why would Microsoft sign a 20-year contract with a company that's poorly managed? Microsoft ain't doing that.
All right.
So I didn't even think that shit through. But I was like, man, I could have got in by like $30 a share ago. But it was cool. It's cool. I'm looking at them more seriously now. But yeah, that's my company. So I'm gonna let somebody else pass that on.
All right, I see Sean just put a TLN in the chat, so I wrote that one down. So right now, other than what I show on my Google sheet right here, if anybody wants to add a few more, we got BLO, CEG, and TLN for energy. If you want to do a little more research for possibilities in getting in those companies in that sector of energy. Anybody got anything else?
No. Energy.
All right, I move over to defense. Now, none of these really sparked my interest. I know I hear a lot of people talking about Lockheed Martin. I was in Raytheon Technologies a while back. I kind of pulled out of that one. So none of these really sparked my interest. So I probably won't even look at getting in a position in the defense sector. But to each his own. Does anybody else have any other recommendations for the defensive sector?
I'm with you, Fabian. My husband used to work for Northrop Grumman. I ain't impressed with none of these jokers. I know all of
He
them.
worked with which one?
He used to work for Northrop Grumman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was an engineering manager when they were in shipbuilding. And so yeah, I'm not. And they were going to try to get him to go to Raytheon up in Maine, not Maine. I'm sorry, Rhode Island. But God had a different plan. So, but yeah, I ain't impressed with none of these jokers. And then, like, when you read that book, Creature of Jekyll Island, and you realize how much these things have been bailed out, especially Lockheed Martin, I'm straight.
I got you. Anybody else got anything to add on defense?
Hey, thank you, y'all here.
Yeah, there you go. Who we got there? Oh, Sir
Yes, sir.
James.
Yeah, yes, sir. What's going on with y'all, man? Listen, I was looking to Huntington Ingalls Shipbuilding. It's right actually down in Pascagoula, Mississippi. I used to work down there as a pipe welder. I'm looking into add that to my Trump portfolio as well. So I want anybody that's interested to take a look into them. I haven't quite did nothing but the fundamentals. I'm just waiting on a good entry price. So
What was that ticker again?
it's HII. HII. Yes, sir. They pretty damn good, man. They actually build ships, LHAs, DDGs, Coast Guard cutters. They as y'all was talking about Northern Grumman, they got ties with them. They like the supervisor of Northern Grumman. Yeah, they like the biggest private Mississippi contract it is with the government.
HII. Okay, I put them
Yes,
on my
sir.
hot list, bro.
Yes, sir. Let me know something.
This Sunday.
Yes, sir. Let me know something, Dave.
Gotcha.
All right, Tempo.
Hey, Fabian, this is Danny. Somebody yesterday mentioned the stock AXON, and I think that goes in under defense, and it's all like tasers and things like that that police and security use. And somebody in Trappers Anonymous did a pretty good presentation on it a while back. I don't know if Maya caught that, but
Oh, I remember that. That's a lottery pick.
yeah. So I don't know if we want to add that to the list or if that's the right category for it.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go back and look
That
at it. I
sounds
do remember
good.
that one.
I
That's a
don't
lottery
remember
pick.
that, Daniel. I don't remember that, Danielle, but I mean, it's worth looking into. Definitely. Anything that Trap will put up before us, I think it's worth looking at least twice.
Yeah, and if you can go back, I don't remember when he did it, but it was one of the Carolina trappers who did the presentation, and it was really good. He did a really good job.
Okay, cool. I'll check that out.
Yeah. Can I add? This is Rachel. How about GE? Because I got into that GE play that Trap has, but it's gone down like right away after I bought it at a discount. So do you think we could maybe look at it as a buy and hold during the first year maybe of the Trump administration?
What is GE following? Is that on the energy or
GE is aerospace, so it would probably
aerospace?
be more.
So that's
Yeah,
defense also?
it's defense. Yeah.
So yes, a lot of people already in that, huh? Based on the option plays. I haven't never looked at it for buy and hold. Definitely worth looking into. Any more on defense? All right, moving on.
Would Palantir fall into the defensive sector? I know it's also a stock company, but I've been hearing more about defensive technology.
Well, Palantir is on here. It's going to be my last sheet as a recommendation. They put it down here on the tech.
I thought they were tech. Yeah.
Yeah, they down on the tech.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure everybody will be in that one. What we at? Financials? Yeah, financials. Anybody got any financial recommendations? I probably won't get into this one either. The only one I really did like was JP Morgan Chase, and I was back in it when it was 145. It's over 200 now. I don't know how much more growth they're gonna have, so I probably fall to the wayside on the financial side unless y'all see something different. I don't.
Yeah, JP Morgan Chase is all right. I did a play on them, but I had to cut them quickly. So until they can perform on the trading side, I don't know that I'm on. Nah. But Walmart definitely, even though Walmart's not technically under the financials.
I think for financials, we should keep an eye on Goldman Sachs because there's going to be some big IPOs coming up. And they're going to be the underwriters. They're like the top dog and the cream of the crop.
Yeah, that's one of the recommendations here on the top picks. Like I said, if anybody didn't have anything different. I didn't realize Charles Schwab was up there.
I really think there'll be a lot of IPOs coming up.
Is BlackRock because they're making all the crypto ETFs? Is that worth looking at?
Is BlackRock
yeah,
even public? Is BlackRock public?
Yeah, BLK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little pricey. It's over $1,000 a share, but
that's what I was saying about Goldman Sachs. So, nope. I'll wait till it make a decision to split.
Has anybody looked in SoFi, y'all? SoFi, what y'all feel about SoFi?
SoFi is very affordable.
It definitely is. Very low. I've been loading up on them. I got 10 of them.
I heard some good things about it on CNBC.
Chris Sane want to put me on it. I'll be locked in on him, bro.
Oh, you know what? I saw you posted that, and I did jump in one of them plays that he recommended. I just jumped in it blindly, so I'm not doing too bad. But he said it was going to hit 20 by the end of the year.
Right.
So that's what I'm hoping on.
Mm-hmm. If Jerome Powell cut the interest rates down, it's definitely gonna fly off. definitely gonna flower.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and put them down for financials. I do a little more research. Like I said, I just did on the option play, but not necessarily looked at buy and hold. So
Right.
Hey,
And
I don't mean to cut in. I don't mean to cut in. I gotta get off. I gotta go back to work. But I'm just throwing two out there for energy. I don't know if you guys did it already or not. But ticker symbol FANG, FANG, which is Diamondback Energy, and then another one called Weatherford. But I'm just throwing those two out there because I gotta run out real quick. But if y'all just want to jot them down and research them, that's for energy and oil for oil stocks.
Fang and what else?
Weatherford.
Weatherford.
Yeah, Weatherford. I know they do like subscriptions to like they're the guys that go out and fix and maintain all the like oil rigs and all the, like the stuff like overseas and everything. They make sure everything stays working.
You got that ticker?
I think it's WF. Hold on one second. I'm gonna find. Hold on one second.
All this recorded, so yeah. Go ahead and feed us that
It's WFRD.
WFRD. All right, appreciate that, man.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good day.
For financials, I'd also throw Berkshire in there.
One of them expensive Berkshire.
And it's just he's been sitting on a lot of cash this year, and I think there's going to be a lot of volatility next year that he'll probably be looking to deploy that capital someplace.
All right, SoFi and Burke on the financials.
What do you guys think of a credit card like either Visa or Amex? If we head into a bear market, I mean, people will probably use their credit cards more.
Definitely American Express. Yes, American Express has been doing well.
That's the play y'all ran, right?
I didn't get into that play, but I've been watching American Express, and it hadn't kind of quite fallen into an area where I wanted to be, AXP. But yeah, but they're up like 60 something percent right now. Yeah.
I was in on that play that Trap did. It was a goodie.
Okay.
It was a good
Now, if it can do well in trading, I think it's worthwhile taking a look at and buy and hold.
And I agree. Berkshire is a good one too. Like if you look at their chart, I mean, it's always up and to the right. So.
Always.
Right.
All right. Anything else on financials? I'll move to the next one.
Yes, I remember Maya laid out a distinct difference between MasterCard and American Express on their business model, and it's a quite distinct difference. I'm not quite sure of it, but Maya, what it was though.
I don't know that was me, Sir James, or if it was, I don't remember. I got so many things going on.
Right.
But I will say this: I wouldn't get into anything that your general public is into, and I don't say that in offense, but the general public, their ability to default is higher, and generally American Express is owned by people who, maybe have a more stable income. And I'm not saying, like I said, yeah. And so you want a credit card company that's going to be a little bit more stable in terms of the money that it brings in and the interest that's being paid on, the money, because really that's how credit card companies or banks make their money, is really the interest. So yeah, so because borrow money is, you pay that back. So but yeah, I would definitely look at American Express versus Visa and MasterCard. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take a deeper look at it. But you be
And
everywhere,
actually,
love.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But Fabian's my fam, so
Already. Both of y'all
Yeah,
be
so yeah, we've been rocking for a few. And so, anything that we can do to, kind of work together, that is a wonderful piece. And then, getting to know Rachel. And of course I know Danny. Danny's, she's in New York Trappers and I'm in New York Trappers. So I've been knowing Danny for a minute. And so James, of course I hear you in TA. So
right. So you know what we're
right,
looking for.
right. But yeah, so I would definitely, going back to this, I would definitely look at American Express. I'm not personally, Berkshire is good, but Berkshire don't move like I want it to move. And I don't know. I guess I just got spoiled with technology. And that's why my dumb butt jumped out of EBIT. Now I feel so bad. I
It's
bought
all right.
EBIT when it was like $30 a share and then jumped out of it because I was like, I need some movers.
Hey,
And so
it's like a boomerang. The lick will always come back. It'll come back.
yeah, it does. It does. And crypto's so volatile. So right at this point, I think I'm gonna wait until crypto winter to try to
That,
jump
that,
into some things.
that leads me to ask this question to all trappers, man, that's been experienced in the option trading, doing
Hmm.
quad witching. Doing
Hmm.
quad witching, what typically usually happens during quarter 4 season? Do the option underlying assets goes down, or does it stay steady, or what? I don't. This is my first
Well,
time experiencing this.
I well, if I may, Fabian, I'll just share a little bit of what I know about quad.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah, go
you
ahead.
have a lot of different assets are expiring at that time. So you got a lot of volatility in the market. Things are closing. People are
Exactly.
now pivoting to different things, deciding whether or not they want to continue where they were or go to do something different, new plays and all of that. And so it presents sometimes buying opportunities because a lot of things are closing. But
Right.
this year, I mean, Squad Winston wasn't like the thing that we expected it to be.
Right.
And that may be because we got a lot of buying opportunities in April. We got it in July, when all the market was kind of going down, and then with crowd having its thing. So we were expecting this big thing during, the September Squad Winston, and I don't know, it didn't impress me.
It didn't
So,
do
I
nothing.
mean, no, it didn't do nothing like what I anticipated for it to do. But I did hear from people who have been experiencing the game for a minute that quad winching is one of the best times to jump into some things. So, whether it's options or long term. So, of course, we'll just look and see what 2025 gives us. Because right now, I mean, we're hoping that this Christmas run that history has told us will surface and be there because, we got a little taste of it this past week. I don't know if you
Right.
guys, your portfolios were really green, but mine was. Um, you
Mine's
know, yeah. So hopefully that trend will continue. But look, let me be quiet because David and Rochelle probably got much to say.
No, you good. Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, my portfolio green like a golf course right now. But on the quad winching, we pretty much had got those pullbacks like Maya was saying in like August due to all that other stuff that happened. So when quad winching did come around, all the pullbacks had already happened. Like
yeah.
that's what I witnessed.
I'm thinking like since it's the Santa Claus rally going on, I'm thinking it's not gonna be too much. It's gonna be a lot of volatility, true enough. I'm thinking the more volatility goes is when Donald Trump actually get in office on Engel Off, whatever they call when they when he get put in office. See what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get a experience outlook on it.
You're in the right place right now.
Yeah, yes,
We
sir.
we getting in position early.
Let's go. 10-4, baby.
All right, I'm gonna move to the next, and then we don't have any more financial recommendations. This really gonna be my sector right here, and the one that's recommended up here, I had already looked at that one. NUE, Nucor Corporation. They specialize in steel. Uh, as far as the industrial sector. And that's some other materials and industrials that you could look up. But I was strictly focusing on steel, so this is going to be one of my favorites. I hear a lot of people talking about Caterpillar. That's up here. Anybody research any other recommendations in industrials and infrastructure?
There's an old
I don't. Go
lottery
ahead.
pick from February that that Trap put in. It's Sky, SKY is the ticker, Skyline Champion Corp. This company is a factory-built housing company in North America. Let's see, they manufacture modular homes, park model RVs, accessory dwelling units, modular buildings for multifamily, hospitality, senior, and workforce housing sectors.
Oh, I got my lottery pick list pulled up. I see it too. Okay. Overlook that one. What else on here?
Can I clarify? Is that under real estate though?
Materials.
Yeah, materials. Because you could actually put they will say you could actually put Home Depot under this category.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't, but they say you could actually put Home Depot or Lowe's up under this category for materials. But yeah, I just strictly focused on the steel and some other plays that I was looking at. But NUE was one I was definitely gonna get into. It's over $100. There's one I was in before. It's FRD. If y'all want to look at that one, their numbers are not as good as NUE, but they're another steel manufacturer. But I think last year I got into them when it was like $12, and it went all the way up to 19. And then I cashed out on them. I had about 200 shares, and then I just watched it walk back down. So it's been floating between 13 and 14 now. If you wanted a cheaper alternative, but if you put them up on Google Focus, they don't meet all of Trap's numbers, but they're not bad.
Why is it that you're focusing on steel? What is it about steel that's getting you excited?
Well, you know, infrastructure, new roads, new buildings. People they said Trump gonna end up doing a lot of building. So these are just materials that it's gonna need to make all that happen. You know, when you're building roads, you need rebar. When you're building these sky-rise buildings, steel beams. And this company here is supposedly the best at that from what I read.
Okay. Well, what are the buildings that Trump is thinking of building? I know roads. What else?
I mean, steel is everything. They're making cars, you know, with steel frames. So steel is a hot commodity. And because this one is a U.S. company, and, you know, he's trying to stay away from China imports and everything like that, it's going to increase this company's profitability.
Yeah. Oh, after you said U.S., definitely then. He doesn't want anything related to China.
Exactly. So that's why I put this one on the radar. And FRD is a U.S. company also.
Yeah, I asked because industrials is a sector that I'm least familiar with.
Yeah. Anybody had any other recommendations?
This one's one of the Trap's lottery picks. It's Acuity. It's a lighting company. So they make lights for industrials, residential. But I know that was a lottery pick that he just recently posted. So it would fall more under the materials than the steel aspect of it.
Hey, give me that ticker, man. I got my list pulled up. I don't see that word.
AYI.
Oh, there you go, right there. Acuity Brands Incorporated.
Yep.
$350 value. Traps buy-in $285.
Yeah, so I work for an electrical distributor, and that's one of our lead lighting brands. And a lot of our competitors in the area That's one of the main go-tos. So I know that they have a pretty good, strong foothold on the market from a lighting perspective.
Do y'all hear all that wisdom in the group, in the community, man? I love it. I got that list, but didn't bother to check that one out. You know, we got somebody here with some experience and hands-on for that particular stock ticker. Appreciate that, man.
Adrian, I got three.
Let's go.
Two of them I've done research, of course, and Travelers already mentioned them. Centas, CTAS, it's industrial. And it's doing really well this year. So Centas, and it won't even come down to my buy-in price. It's doing that well. And the forward guidance on it is awesome. And then EME, MCore. MCore is aerospace. It too is doing really good. It's a little bit more expensive than Centas. I think EME is like 500 a share, but it too is aero defense and all of that. I mean, aerospace and defense. So that's one. And then my last, so you have Centas, CTAS. And of course, I did research on this one, and it's worth doing your research and getting into. Yes. And it is in the recession portfolio for draft. And then EME, MCore, and I think EME is also in the recession portfolio. It is definitely worth it. I did research on that and did a presentation on both of those in Trappers Anonymous. Those are good. And then my last one is a company that works with, it's one of the top aluminum companies in the world. It's Novelis, and the ticker symbol is NVL. And I actually have a personal relationship with them because the school that I work for, they are the biggest contributor because I work for a CTE high school, and they're waiting for the mechatronics students to come out of that high school, as well as some of the cyber kids and the other kids that they built this high school. And our high school, they've contributed well over $200 million to that high school. So they're pretty good company. They are based in Atlanta, and they are global. So again, NVL, Novelis.
ND as in dog.
No, NV as in Victor, Novelis, and it's Novelis.
Got it. NVL. Okay. Centas, EME, and NVL.
And I'm telling you, me personally, I would invest in at least the first two. I haven't researched Novelis. They have impressed me so far, working with our school and the things that they're doing in this area, because they're trying to come and bring a $1 billion factory in this area. And like I said, they are one of the top manufacturers of aluminum in the world, and aluminum is one of those metals that people are using when they don't want things to be as heavy as with steel. So aluminum, and in fact, the matter of fact, with shipbuilding, Ingalls would be one of them, because before Ingalls became Ingalls, they were Northrop Grumman, and so they used to build a lot of ships out of aluminum. And so that's just one of those things where we need to keep in mind of the people who actually give the materials and things that make these big companies, do what they do.
All right, Miss Maya, I sure appreciate that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear very clearly. I got the NVL, but what were the other ticker symbols?
Oh, Centas, C, Tom, Apple, Sierra, CTAS.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And EME, Ego, Mommy, Ego,
Yep.
EME. That's right, Maya?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
How we doing so far?
Oh.
All right, I'll go ahead and move to the last section here. Technology. We all pretty much in these at least buy and hold or option plays already. So most everybody familiar with these. We probably don't even need to recommend anymore. Just a matter of which ones you're gonna double down on during the Trump effect for your buy and hold. After looking at this and before this call, I pretty much said I was going to double down on the PLTR. And one thing I was looking at, I just ran a play on Wednesday and I bought 6 contracts. So I remember Trap saying, I'm going to exercise one of those. I'm going to sell the others and then I'm going to exercise one of those Palantirs to give me those shares. That's how I'm going to double down on that one.
That's why I did that with NVIDIA. That's why.
Oh, straight up?
Yeah, I did it back in the spring. And so that's why I own so many shares of NVIDIA now, because I exercised one of my contracts. And I think I had it at, I think it was like 93 a share. I mean, no, it was not, I wasn't even 93. I think it was like 89.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, people would say, oh, but you could buy other option contracts. But if it was 80, let's just say 89 a share, because I don't even remember how much it was, how much a share they are now.
Now,
Yeah.
I never even thought about exercising, but then after we started talking about this Donald Trump thing and buy and hold and holding and watching it grow, and I know this PLTR is going to do major things, I said
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to exercise this and get those shares up under my belt.
Yeah, because at least that'll be 100. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Now, it might be a little bit of more premium that you have to pay on it, but look at it this way. That's not money that's volatile like with options. That's money that's sitting there compound. And that's exactly what's happening, with NVIDIA, with the shares that I exercised in the summertime. Is Danny still on here? Danny, you remember when I mentioned I was going to do that? I don't know. She might not be on anymore. Yeah, so they were like, tell us how it happened. Well, and so if you want to build up your position, just go on and exercise that contract. That's a good idea, David. I didn't even think about doing it with Palantir, but I think I might have gone ahead on to do that too.
I'm here. I remember when you. I remember.
You remember when I said that I was going to exercise that option with NVIDIA to see, if it was what it was, and it was. Yeah. Yeah, I had to pay a little change. It wasn't that much though. It wasn't that much over, but it was worth it.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do the same with Palantir myself, because my first lead position was with PLTR for June 2026. See what I'm saying? So, but unfortunately, I only got one contract. But if it go over, like I'm exceed the price, like I'm thinking it will, I'm definitely gonna exercise. So I'm right with y'all on it.
Hey, let me ask you this question, man. Why you pick 26?
26.
Yeah.
Basically the volume in it was pretty low, but that's the only one I seen the highest. Not the volume, but the open interest. That's the only one where that costs. Baby, I don't want to lie to you right now. At the moment, I'm driving, but I definitely would give you the price. It was like it was low. I think it was like $14, $15, if I'm not mistaken. It was very low because I caught it right in at the price action of $62 or $61 on a 5% pullback. See what I'm saying? So
that's expensive.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
On a 5% pullback, baby.
Yes, Sir Jay, that's expensive.
Because that's why I said, why did you pick 26? That's expensive. You can get those premiums much cheaper, closer. We don't have to go way out that far.
Oh, wow.
That's all right, dude. We all learning. Look, we all learning. We all done made our share of mishaps, and then we learn from each other. So there's a good platform to be talking about it. But yeah, dude, you could have got a better price with something much closer, and
and more contracts.
Now, right.
For that price.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna work Delver and then still get more contracts to that date. See what I'm saying? So yeah, we made mistakes, baby. I'm learning. I am learning. I'm just
Hey,
fresh.
you can keep letting that one run, but I promise you, if you go back and look at some close ones, they're gonna be a lot cheaper, which allow you because you spent that money, so you can still
Right.
spend that same amount of money, but you're gonna buy more contracts. You was only able to buy one with that premium, and you could have bought it cheaper and got two contracts
Right.
at an earlier expiration.
Well, you live to trade another day.
No, you can, man. Trust me, I did the same thing. So, but I know now, so I just wanted to share. So I always ask people, what made you go that far out?
Yeah, but I'm definitely looking into that side there right though, because I feel like it go get way over $80. Definitely so.
Yeah, I always start at 6 months. I either work up a little bit or work back, depending on what the price is.
Right. Okay. Tenfold.
All right. Anybody got anything else? Like I said, technology, we all pretty much in these right here. So my strategy.
Don't forget about
down.
TSM. Don't forget about TSM. You know,
Oh, TSM?
plant. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the jewel piece.
I'm scared of them, man, because Trump talked about them and they went down.
No, they got a whole this supposed to be talking a whole bunch of stuff. They got a plant opening up in Arizona. Bruh, please.
Yep.
He ain't gonna stop them jobs that come from Arizona, man. I told you Trump ain't no fool. Man, look, listen, y'all better listen to Ian on this one. Ian telling the truth. TSM is probably one of the most valuable pieces on the board.
Really is.
Yep. Don't forget about TSM. Do your research.
But I also think they short on U.S. workers due to the fact high level unskilled U.S. workers on that same Phoenix, Arizona plant that they building. So they got to get overseas workers. I looked into that.
No, they're bringing overseas people over here to train Americans. See, that's one of the facts. Yes, they the overseas people been coming over here for a minute, but the whole thing with them is they're bringing people over here to train folks because you ain't got America's workers, enough of them that are currently trained in advanced manufacturing. You remember that mechatronics thing I just got to talking about? That's what I'm talking about, advanced manufacturing. And so, no, TSM, Trump ain't finna mess that up because they're one of the most important pieces in AI in terms of chips. And if he can lock that in right here in America, you don't think that he's gonna do that? Bruh, no. See, and he trying to move good chess pieces against China. He ain't trying to, mess these people up in Taiwan when they right there at China's door. No, he want to say, no, come on in. We gonna take care of you, which they are. And then when China get to doing what they gonna do, then he could potentially offer him a better incentive to bring the rest of it right over here to America.
And you notice, pay attention, all the semiconductor capital industry that's being funded is always coming out of Arizona. They always, for some reason, come out of Arizona. I haven't looked into that governor quite yet, but it's like the technology, they call it like the technology capital of U.S. capital of the world for the semiconductor industry. Yep.
Well, I don't know about, like why that's concentrated in that area, but I mean, think about it. What's in Arizona? A lot of desert.
A lot of desert, real talk.
And so the real estate is cheap. And guess what Arizona's close to? It's close to Mexico.
Why Arizona and not Nevada?
Well, Nevada's a little bit further up. So if you think about it, Arizona is sitting closer to the Mexican border. And so you got a lot of companies that are bringing in commerce into Mexico to avoid U.S. taxes. And you got these workers, and they're in Mexico and they're gonna work. They're gonna do hard work, and they're not gonna, ask for American wages. So you got that piece, and then look, Arizona is not too far from the Pacific border because I used to live out of California. So they don't have too far to fly from China and Taiwan to the West Coast. Arizona is a wonderful spot, and they don't have the taxes or the cost of California. You have to look at the economics all the way around.
Yeah.
Like a strategic geographic location. That's what it is.
That's really good, Maya. regarding TSM, how much of it percentage-wise is currently being made in Taiwan?
Right now, it's all of it because the U.S. plant hasn't opened yet, but they're
Okay.
trying to, yeah, they're trying to make moves. But I've listened to a couple of earnings calls with Thailand, and especially this last one.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that's over the CEO, he was laughing. They was like, asking him about the forward outlook. He was like, listen, I got more demand than I can handle right now.
Yeah. So when is
Think
the
that
projected
through.
time? When do they think they'll finish that construction?
I'm not sure. You can do some research on that one. I'm not sure, but
Okay.
I've been hearing all the talk about it because my husband is actually a college instructor in mechatronics, and
Okay.
so yeah, they are trying to really invest in advanced manufacturing because they can do a number of things and they don't necessarily have to be factory workers. Because a lot of
Yeah.
the factories they're incorporating automation and AI in them. And so they
Right.
want the people to have some type of tech background. And then also, my husband, like I said, he's a college instructor in mechatronics, but it's mechatronics engineering because up north, in the northern east or northeast and out in California, they're using advanced manufacturing in the engineering space. And
Right.
so when you have that blend of mechanical and electrical engineering, because mechanical and electrical engineering is in everything.
Right.
And so,
Well, the
yeah.
reason why I asked this because I spent 2.5 weeks in Taiwan last
Hmm.
Thanksgiving, and
Okay.
there is so many, like, I'm so amazed by the country and Taipei. It's like the next Singapore, meaning they're
Mm.
like so on top of things. And so they don't like, the Taiwanese people do not like Chinese. It's not so much the people, but the CCP. So
Mm.
the sentiment is negative with China, the same with American sentiment with China, like with the government. So
Yeah.
what you're saying, it sounds like kind of a preemptive move, like invest now with TSM, and then once that manufacturing plant in America gets done, it's only going to go up
Hmm.
in
Well, not
value.
only that, keeping in mind that the stock market is a forward-looking machine. It's not
Right.
necessarily the now. It's the forward. It's what is this company in the future that's gonna make me money. And it is just
Well,
too many pluses right now with TSM. And if you keep hearing NVIDIA earnings calls, you keep hearing TSM mentioned over
yeah.
and over again.
Right, right. Well, because the political world conflict is really, really bad between
Oh
the
yeah.
Taiwan and Chinese. So
Hmm.
they probably want to move everything anyway from Taiwan. A lot of people from
Hmm.
Taiwan wants to move out of Taiwan. So
Hmm.
it's going to be a global thing. So it's probably ooh, I think you're onto it. I'm gonna look into it, and I
Well,
don't
I
know
mean,
what the
it's not just my research. Ian actually said it. Ian put a
okay.
video out there, and I think it was Danielle that shared that video. That it
Okay,
was like
what's the
a
entry
Facebook.
point? Well, let's
Um,
take this offline. We can talk some more, but I'd love to
yeah,
buy
okay.
in. Yeah, yeah, I'll buy in. I love what you're saying. That's a
Mhm.
queen move
Oh, well,
on the
according to Ian,
chessboard. Yep, yep,
he
yep.
said that it is the most important piece. He didn't say one of. He said it
Mm,
is the. That's what Ian
okay,
said. And so
okay.
that, I'm not saying that Ian is never wrong, but Ian
Mm-hmm.
don't let things come out of his mouth online without a lot of
Mm-hmm.
back, without a data to back it up.
Well, it's just because I was physically in the country last year
Yes, ma'am.
over
Yeah, yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that gives me
Mm-hmm.
on the ground. And my daughter went to school at the top university. It's like the MIT of Taiwan. She did a study
Mm-hmm.
abroad. And,
Okay.
it just makes sense. Like they're all about technology and they want to get out of
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan in case China takes over their
Mm-hmm.
country, but they don't
Mm-hmm.
want to lose out on their industry. So okay, you're
Mm-mm.
on it. Okay, I
Mm-mm.
won't go any further. I'm like, I just
Oh
love
no,
how you
no, I'm
think.
sure, I'm
All
sure, I'm
right.
sure. No, it's just we're all in the chat in WhatsApp, so you definitely can ask me there, and we can go from there, because I think the WhatsApp chat allows us to have these discussions without, a bunch of um, the opinions that sometimes come in our money printer chat.
The noise,
The
we
noise,
gotta,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
All right,
yes.
have a good day, everybody.
All
I'm
right,
so
y'all have a
happy
good
to be
day
part of
too.
this group.
Yes, yes, yes. And y'all too. And I'm out shopping, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, appreciate that. Checking to see if anybody else had any questions. That was pretty much my two. And we got some ticket symbols out there. Green sector. Everybody welcome to research. Let us know what you think and what entry points are going to be. Which ones you're going to get in. I'll do the same. And we can post in the group. If y'all want to have another call to discuss those entry points on whichever ones you pick, we can do that as well. But right now, we just kind of got this foundation and points to start on and start research, so we can get in position January or February.
Hey, Fabian, this Q. I got a question. I know it might be separate from me. When Mark, we do it on Sunday, right?
You broke up on me, man. I didn't hear it.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was asking. When Monty do his Zoom, he do those on Sunday.
Well, nothing is really official, man. So I can't say Monty gonna schedule a call every Sunday. You know,
Okay.
Just like I was trying to do them every other Wednesday, but it's just a matter if the time is available. So yeah, Monty done did it 2 Sundays in a row. Don't know if he'll do a third one. So that's just his call. He might throw it in the chat if anybody's looking for some charting. He might throw it out there and put the link in there. So that's what I've been seeing.
Now, I was asking because I seen something you said something about Sunday, and I missed the last one, so I just figured I'd ask you because I didn't want to miss the next one.
Yeah, nothing is official on that. Like I said, the one I do, I try to do it every other Wednesday. Didn't do it this Wednesday. And then Monte, he done like 2. The first one he did with me. And then the other 2, he did 2 calls on his own and put his own link out there. So just have to look out for that one. Things slow down on Sunday, so he might throw one out there again.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it.
All right, man. If anybody don't have anything else, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. This call was recorded. Probably be available later this evening. As soon as it's available, I'll go ahead and put it in the WhatsApp on the announcement, so you can rewatch and get those ticker symbols. Also, I put the Google Doc link in the chat, and if you didn't get it and you're doing the rewatching, I'll go ahead and put the Google Doc on the WhatsApp media side also. We good to go?
Yep. Thank you so much.
I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate the
Thank you,
call.
everyone.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.